Hey Phil, this is in response to Thursday's video about the private members bill that's being proposed here in Canada, the C-309 that's finished the second reading. It's going to subcommittee, and then it's going to go on to the third reading, and then it'll go to the Senate if it passes, if it gets voted on and passed. The question that you brought up about about protesting and being anonymous, the bill is only, in my understanding of the bill, it's only put towards riots. And this stems mainly from two major riots that we've had. The Vancouver losing the Stanley Cup playoff game last June. And then the G20 riots in Toronto, where a whole pile of masked people were out to cause a disturbance. They weren't there to protest the G8, or correction, the G20. Granted, there are peaceful protests, and if you're peaceful and not doing anything wrong, unlike, in the Western United States where they pepper spray people for sitting there, you know, that I understand wearing the mask to protect you from the pepper spray if you're peaceful. The intent of the bill is for the riots, where they lit police cars and hundreds of millions of dollars of damage on civilian property. We're not even talking that it was targeted towards property owned by the Vancouver Canucks. They just ransacked the entire city, much like in Toronto, where store owners who had nothing to do with the G20, they're just trying to make a living, was ransacked. I believe the Vancouver Police Department is going through hundreds of thousands of images to identify these people and are having trouble because of this. I support this in response to rioting. I don't believe it tramples on our Charter of Rights and Freedoms that we have in Canada, and it's not impeding peaceful assembly. If you want to have peaceful assembly, wear a mask, that's okay. If you're wearing a mask to conceal your identity because you don't want to get caught when you start screwing around and breaking the law, then yes, I think that you should, be punished doubly for that because you don't have the balls to actually show your face. It's more of a cop-out, in my opinion, than by hiding your face than by not showing your face. And as you said, peaceful assembly, totally support wearing masks. That's not a problem. But as soon as you cross into that riot form, into what's considered a riot under Canadian law, which I didn't research, I'm not going to lie, but I'm sure there's a statute someplace that explains it, then I totally support this. Much like New York City actually has a law on the books stemming from the 1800s of wearing masks is illegal. Now, Second Circuit Court overturned the decision of the lower courts, but, it's still, there's laws on the books. So that being said, I totally support C-309 being a Canadian, and for strictly in the context of riots. Peaceful assembly, it's immaterial. It's a different concept of what we're discussing within the bill. Anyway, as always, enjoy your work and keep it up. SourceFed is awesome. Got to put a plug in there for you, of course. And yeah, thank you for watching.